Yeah, man, we good to go, bro.
Run it back turbo.
Run it back turbo.
Here we are, day one. Go time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, my boy?
Boom, boom, boom. So here you are, bro. Back from Costa Rica. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling amazing, bro. That was, out of all my trips, bro, that was definitely my most adventurous trip.
It was.
But that was definitely like one of my most like moments of gratitude type trips.
How come?
Bro, to get to the point where I literally was able to invite my friends and none of y'all had to pay for nothing, bro.
Hell yeah.
That was one of the most like I get pleasure out of doing stuff for others, bro. So just to see the joy on y'all faces,
Yes.
bro, and for y'all to be experiencing the same stuff that I got the opportunity to experience, but to know
It was
that
a movie. It was a movie, dude.
to know like when we leave, that I can say something and you be like, remember we was in the jungle?
Mm-hmm.
You remember it, bro. Like that's the best feeling. And that's what I've been working my ass off to get to the point of doing, where I could build my name up within this stuff to the point where if I tell somebody, hey, I'm coming with 5 people, they're like, all right, they care about what I'm doing so much that.
Yeah, because we're an asset for them, you know. We bring money to the table if that matters. But it's good, man. I mean, same for me. I was our second time traveling together. The first one was Brooklyn. That was when we
Brooklyn was a vibe.
We were doing content from Moxie.
Brooklyn was a
vibe, dude. It was a vibe. But we did different though. We already have the content for the city, which is Brooklyn, New York, and we have the Costa Rica kind of like vibes. I'm more of a city guy, but it's still like you said. This trip was an adventure. It was like I feel like what is the name, Tarzan guy?
For sure. What would you say would be one of the things that you experience while there, nature-wise, that you enjoy? Because for me, when I'm in those environments, that's why I don't mind. That's my 3rd time going there. But bro, when I leave that place, bro, the clarity be different, bro. Like my drive always be different when I leave there, because it's like completely embedded in the forest. I barely be on my phone. I'm in this beautiful place, and it's like the nature sounds. It kind of just bring me.
I was gonna say that. I think the nature sounds more than anything. Because I mean, I remember something that I thought about a lot. This is movie Interstellar, right there in space. But in order for them to not go crazy, they have headphones on with nature sounds. And it's like, we are here, dude. We're really literally right next to nature, and it's like, you can smell it too. We can smell it, feel it, and listen to it. Sure. Like I said, I'm more of a city guy, so the fact that we were there experiencing in front of us, it was unique. But definitely the experience was, like you said, building memories with your friends is the main thing. Because we both have traveled alone on for trips, and it's not the same. You know, sometimes I'm like, I wish my family was here. I wish my homies were here.
I felt a lot of those energies, man. I think when people look at my content and they look at my lifestyle, they just think it's just like all fun and games, which it is. But like, bro, I think about real life things when I'm on these trips. Like people think like you got to see it firsthand. I be working, like I'm on it, but it's fun. But bro, I'm looking at everything we're doing from like a get work done perspective.
Yes, especially with how limited our time was there. We were there for 4 days, right? 2 and 2. So it's like either we sit down here and enjoy it, or we sit down here, we create memories, we create something for the hotel, so they bring us back next year, which they already did. As soon as we left Oxygen, they were like, we want you guys next year.
Back.
And like, you haven't even seen the content. You haven't seen the content. Like, no, we're going.
You say it hella subtly, like in such a calm, and then like a true, genuine, like, you gonna come back, right?
Yeah, dude.
It's like feeling. He's been an amazing person, Brian, man.
Yeah, shout out to Brian Roach.
That's fire, bro. I seen him come from working there as a regular employee to becoming manager, bro, in the last like 4 years. So that was pretty incredible to see and witness, to see this his demeanor as he elevated in that ranking to become the general manager to the whole place.
And it was my first time meeting him, and for me, I don't know, he's so humble that I'm like, I don't know, it's just like he hasn't lost that sense of humbleness, even that he's already like at the top, or somehow you can see he has the same a good relationship with the employees there. Everybody there.
When we left, he was like, bro, the people you brought here are all incredible.
Oh, really?
And bro, that's such a big compliment to me, bro. I love Harmony. When I talked about you so much, bro.
Legend Harmony.
When he knew that he was meeting you, he was like looking forward to it. But he was like, bro, I love Connor. He met you once, but I'm like, bro, that's the type of tight-knit situation I asked God for, to build a group of people around me that we can do things and help each other out and build something. Because like the vision I got for everything we're doing is not small by no means. And it's like, am I supposed to build the team once I get to that point? Or should I start thinking about that now? So
Yes.
everything I do, bro, I'm looking at like from a very humble perspective. But when I meet people and I fuck with them heavy, I'm thinking at what position in my company will you hold? But it's not like from a, I'm trying to like put people in a perspective. It's more so like I see myself rich. I see you becoming rich with me. And,
Exactly.
Or if you get rich before me,
Growing
I'm pretty
together.
sure, like,
Yeah.
just really
That's
building
facts.
a team from it.
That's
So
facts, yeah.
for me, that was like the most incredible part of the trip is like having people with me that I see taking this to levels farther than I can even probably imagine right now.
But it also has to take you work though. It has to take you work. Like how long you been doing this for? The traveling stuff.
The traveling stuff I started in 2021.
And how did you start it though?
My first trip was to Dominican Republic, bro. And it's funny, my boy Jarvis, we was in the military together. He was in the Navy. And it was like 2020. It was for my boy Turtle, one of my great friends. It was for his birthday to go to Dominican Republic. And this trip is so monumental to my mind, bro, because like Jarvis and Turtle encouraged me to go because like I was thinking about funds, like can I afford it, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, bro, you've never been out the country. You got your passport now. You keep talking about being a travel content creator and getting into that space to build the audience. Like just buy it. So it's like, that was the beginning of taking that leap of faith. Buying the camera definitely was, but taking that trip taking that trip started everything that I have now, bro. Like from that trip, I got to go to Dubai for free. I went to Aruba for free. I went to Costa Rica for free. I went to Mexico for free.
That's
I went to
crazy.
Hawaii for free. All because of the stuff I made from that first trip.
And how long it took you though before you actually like took action? Because you mentioned that you were talking about becoming a traveling content creator, but how long it took you until like you actually like, okay, fuck it, I want to do it?
It was that trip. I already bought the equipment and I was doing stuff and like I bought like the drone and stuff like that, and I was doing stuff around the U.S. like in California making content.
Okay.
It wasn't like, I think the thing it was like, it was more so. It was always money based for me because it was like you could be fearful to do something and invest in yourself. Investing in yourself can seem scary to the mind because you're always going to think like, I got bills. I'm about to spend 3 bands to go on this trip, or like I'm thinking about my daughter. I'm thinking about my family.
Correct.
Like if I take this trip, like, and I'm about to spend 3-4 bands, like. The investment thought process come through my mom, but then it comes to my mom also like, my mom definitely could use $1,000 right now in her life. So but at the same time, it's like looking back on that taking that trust in myself to invest in myself and having faith that something else was going to transpire out of it.
Correct.
Made me able to do more for my mom, and it's going to continue that one little leap of faith, bro.
Yeah, and she's happy probably that you do all the stuff,
sure,
you know.
bro.
She's happy for you that you're traveling, like living your dream, you know, that you're executing all your dreams. And I mean, I kind of know a little bit of a story, but how is it that you get to because I want to bring some value to the audience and stuff like that. So how does it that what would be your advice for people that's trying to get where you are right now? Talking about like get free hotels, free trips, get content. What would you advise them?
I would say, bro, you gotta really just trust your process. You gotta trust yourself. You gotta say fuck what everybody else is thinking, and whatever you formulate in your mind as the idea for how you can get to that point, you gotta trust that shit to the point where like you almost feel like you're going insane because you believe in what you're thinking so much. And I can say that wholeheartedly because, bro, through this whole process, there's been so many times where other people were trying to put their thought process towards what I'm doing, making me have thought processes running my mind from their projections that what I'm doing is wrong or I'm doing it the wrong way. But I can always look back. All those times I sat around and said, you know what, fuck what they think. I trust what I'm doing. That always got me to where I'm at, bro. Because even now to this day, we was talking about earlier, like people trying to get me to like, just do what they think I should be doing. And I always take heed to everybody's advice. And I'm a very like open person, so I love learning new perspectives. But all perspectives not good perspectives, because some perspectives can throw you off your track, you know? Like if I'm dead set in my conviction of how I'm thinking I can make this stuff happen, and not listen to what too many other people are saying, it starts to diminish your own conviction. And I think that's the most important thing in what you're doing, because like, how many artists do we know that are great artists, but they stuff don't go nowhere? Or it don't go where they actually want it to go because they listening to too many people and they're not sticking to what they believe is the way to get to it. So I would say like, that's the most important part. Like, you gotta just trust what you think your process is and trust it wholeheartedly and not pay attention to time. The main important thing is like paying attention to where you want to see yourself go and focusing on that. Like, you gotta focus on that big picture. Like, I hear people say, like, you gotta focus on the present and be present. But I feel like sometimes you gotta just like live in the future as well. Like, a lot of my times during those travels when I did start getting stuff, like, I lived in the present, but I also lived in the future. It was like I was living in two existences, bro. Because even though I was doing all those different things, I was still looking forward to more things I'm trying to do. But I think it's important to find a balance, because as you're doing that and going through all those different mental, like, thought processes, you have to still take time to be grateful and stuff, so you can pay attention to what's going on and start to like see opportunity in things. Because if you get too future-minded, that can kind of throw you off track too. So it's like you got to find that perfect balance between, man, I'm glad how things are. It's like this trip we just took. Like, I'm looking at this like, man, y'all don't know. When y'all see this vlog, this is going to be the beginning. Y'all going to watch this, be like, oh, that's the beginning of Saints World. Like, from the conglomerate perspective.
It's like collective.
So it's like, that's the first trip we took. Man, we young, but we got hella trips on the way. So it's just like,
Facts. As a team.
I'm excited to see like where the growth gonna go. So it's like, yeah, my vision for it is like TV show, all this other stuff, clothing brand, millions of dollars, all this other stuff. And I'm just happy being in this moment with you, like having a conversation, and we got our clothes on. So it's like always going back and forth between that. That's another thing I would say is a way to get yourself to the point of achieving something that like I have achieved. Because at the times where things aren't seemingly going your way, that's when you rely on that imagination. But the times where the times where things are going your way, don't get complacent. Still have these big visions so you can keep striving for more and more and more. For me, at least.
Yes, I agree.
If you get too comfortable, like what I experienced, you'll kind of like sit back and feel like you can chill. I don't never want to chill, bro. I always want to keep going, bro. I'm gonna always be striving for something. Why not? That makes life fun to me.
It does. I agree with you. To piggyback on what you're saying, I think self-awareness, knowing yourself and believing in yourself is gonna take you to like those moments. And like you said, being unique, stop doing whatever, or listening to what everybody's doing, because nowadays everybody just copies everybody or listens because it's supposed to be like what it works out. But it's like, at that point you're limiting your imagination. Like you said, yes, it's working, but what if something that you do works even better? You know, it's all about that, having that sense of urgency, I guess, especially in the creative world and the artist world. When you do something out of urgency, and that makes you get more creative and pushes you to do not just more creative, but also pushes you to like figure things out in a different way.
For sure.
You know,
it's like the challenges that you face, like, can be a thing that bro, it's crazy, bro. I'm really at a point, bro, and it's mind-boggling to me. I'm enjoying the bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
It's the fun of it, bro. It's the fun of it.
In your mind, you think that you want everything. I want to be a millionaire. And you think you want to wake up tomorrow and have it happen. But when you get that million, you're going to feel normal.
Yes.
You're going to go back. That elation going to go down. And so I'm starting to find joy in the process of creating and getting to those points and seeing how things come into fruition. Because I look back on this track of Saints World and how I've grown it. I'm thinking like, okay, I had to go to all these places. I ain't have to, but I went to all these places by myself. That was for a reason. It was like the way I branded myself, all the money I invested, the times where I was like skeptical, like not me being skeptical more so, but the thought process would pop up in my head like, are you sure you should spend this money? And when that thought process come up, hell yeah, I'm investing in myself. That would be the quick answer, and I'll buy that ticket. I'll do that thing. I'll buy that lens. I'll buy that drone. I done crashed like 7 drones, bro. I always bought another one.
Come on, baby.
But
See you on money.
Bro, I'm an amazing pilot now. You saw how I was flying through the trees?
Hell yeah, dude.
Through
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Because I crashed a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. That thing. I would like for you to touch base on that regarding that perspective, because I think that comes from like the book that you told Jesse to read, which is, you know, like, fuck it, I'll figure it out. You know, I need to give my shot. If I crush it, I believe so much in myself that I want to make money back to get another drone. Fuck it, you know, instead of like being that scared story, like, oh no, it's my last drone, you know, I spent so much. Like, dude, if you live by fear, dominated by fear, I think it's not as cliche as it sounds. You're not gonna get anywhere. You know, like, you gotta risk it to get the biscuit.
In those moments when you, because it's a very real thing, bro. I won't ever try to like lie to people and make them feel like my brain doesn't perceive certain things. But I can be honest and say, like, bro, I've worked so heavily on my mental state that my brain don't perceive doubt and stuff. Like, I notice it. I'm
It's
aware
because
of it.
I think it comes back to that self-awareness, knowing who you are, knowing that you're gonna make it regardless. You know,
Like in
there's
those moments where you felt, because man, like coming from Mexico City, I've been to Mexico City. Like that's
beautiful,
a different
man.
lifestyle.
Beautiful.
So I'm thinking like, for
It is.
you to come to the U.S. and pursue the things that you've pursued, and knowing that you got to take care of family and you spending this type of bread on cameras and all this gear, but it's an investment. What's the things that you do in those moments that let you go against the grain of what your body is feeling uncomfortable from? What's some practices that you would say?
I think it all comes with the fact that I grew up in Mexico City. It was hard. I didn't notice it was hard because for me it was normal. So when I got here and I started like working hard, for me it was easy. I'm like, oh shit, I can do this all day, right? Because I got used to it. But other people were like, man, you're killing it. You're not working 2 jobs, this and they're like, well, I'm not tired, bro. This is like normal.
It's like when I was in the Air Force. It's like, well, I used to wake up at 4 a.m. for the government. I can wake up before 4 a.m. for myself.
That's something I always do. It's funny that you mentioned that. Every time I'm trying to do something, and I used to work for a grocery store. My first job, I used to be the manager. And woke up before, and you come here and go.
This nigga is so like ambitious. He got a job at a grocery store so he could learn English.
Fuck yeah,
How long
dude.
you been speaking English?
7 years now. I've been here for 8 years. The first year I worked in construction.
There's a couple words when I use like different terminology that's not like the basic word, but if I say something like colloquialism, you'll ask like, what does that mean?
I have to ask. I don't care.
Basic English, bro, to learn that from working at a gas station, that's incredible to me.
Gas station.
Well, grocery store. Same thing.
That's the thing though. That's the thing.
That's amazing.
That's the thing though. You know, like it comes to that. Either you're afraid of speaking and getting uncomfortable. Like you mentioned it, because time is gonna pass regardless, dude.
Yeah.
Those 5 years, 6 years that I've been here is gonna pass regardless. So either I jump in and like put myself in those uncomfortable positions to get better at myself, knowing that's gonna help me to attract whatever I want, or I stay there being like, oh, I don't want. Because I mean, when I got here, like I said, I work in construction, and I'm like, dude, this is a fucking hard ass job. Like I'm not meant to this. I mean, nothing wrong with that job, but it's just like I'm how about it takes to learn a language. So I'm like, I went to apply to the grocery store, and thankfully the guy that hired me spoke Spanish. So she's like, okay, I'm gonna give you a chance.
So literally, you learned Spanish at the grocery store?
English. Yeah.
How?
Well, it's the thing. When I was
some people talking to you, you were just
no. When I was in construction, I was learning it on my own. But no matter how much I practice, how many books I read, how many movies I watch, I wasn't practicing it. So that's what I wanted to practice, you know. I remember with the thing that I did, I looked up the 500 or like the 500 most common words in English. I wrote them down and I read that shit every day, dude. Every day. But the thing is, like, I have nobody to practice it with. I mean, I have my cousin and them, but I mean, for them, it's a little uncomfortable because I knew they were gonna laugh, and out of love, you know, that's how we do. We roast each other. But I was like, I don't want this to affect me, so I went in and applied to Rouse. I started as a how do you call that? As a courtesy clerk, you know, like bagging stuff, and I was just listening how people interact, what they say, you know, how they form their sentences, even like the body language, how they laugh and stuff like that.
That's amazing.
And then when I was ready, I'm like, yo, like whenever there's a position for cashier, let me jump in. And bro, it was tough, dude. I mean, it wasn't tough at the moment because my goals were bigger than just like that little moment being intimidated by something. I was like, it doesn't fucking matter. But it was tough, man. There was thankfully enough, my coworkers, they were kind, and when I didn't understand anything, they're like, hey, like, what does she mean? So what does this mean? And they were kind enough to help me out.
Well, from your perspective, for me, like since I have this like medical background, I'm always thinking about stuff from like a medical standpoint. So I know like what the body goes through. Like one thing I always ask myself when I started this journey is what I'm willing to go through, because I knew it was gonna be uncomfortable, but from a physiological standpoint. So when you're feeling these uncomfortable things of not knowing English, being in a new country, and you're feeling these emotions, what's some ways that you talk to yourself to help you like get in that mode? Because I had to really learn the power of self-talk since I started running. Because like I started noticing I'm running a mile and my brain going, quit.
Yes.
Lay down. Why are you doing this? You don't have to. And I'm thinking, fuck that. Like, that's what I'm thinking, bro. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and just let my brain I was telling my mom today, fight back. Like I'm not saying we gotta go to war with our brain, but if your mind is like saying some shit that you know not conducive to what you're trying to create or achieve, you got to check yourself. So like when I started running, I really became aware of my self-talk. I'm like, I'm trying to run a mile, and my shit going crazy because my body just wasn't used to it.
Yeah.
Now, bro, I'm doing 10 miles and my brain,
It's crazy.
You got this.
It takes a lot, dude. It takes a lot of discipline and like take yourself out of that quitting point, you know.
For sure.
So it takes a lot. So it's admirable,
Sure.
you know, when it comes to that. To answer your question, for me, I think was the understanding at such an early age that everything is temporary, the good and the bad, you know. So when I was learning that language, I knew 2-3 years from now I was going to be speaking English fluently. I am now, you know. Now what's the next challenge and the next challenge, you know, to become yourself a better person. So I think for me it's something that I always keep on my mind, even in the bad times. It's like it's just temporary, and you have what it takes. Believe in yourself, you know. So, but also when we have like when we are in the good times, the ups, we gotta understand like comfortable because you're gonna come down again at some point. But when you're down, it's cool. Don't worry about it. You're gonna come up again. You know, it's just like a little cycle. Yeah, dude. It's
I feel like when you figure out that game, bro, life opens up to you. Like I remember I was walking down the street one day, I was feeling off, bro, but I realized you're not talking to yourself right, bro. You're not perceiving what God is doing in your life from the right perspective. If you feeling this way, that's what I be trying to like teach myself, but also like teach with what we're doing with the brand and everything. Like we have control over everything, bro. We just gotta act like this. Like if you're not feeling good in your day, it's your fault. Like, how are you thinking about your day? If you're alive in that day, you got something that you could think about and be grateful for. You know? Something that you can get to the bottom of. So that's cool to hear your perspective of how you go through those levels. Well, now I can't even remember what we talked about last. We had to turn the camera on, so we had to come up on another subject to change out batteries. But
regarding the trip, Costa Rica, I think once importance of collaboration, what we did for the brand, how you every time you travel, why you decided to use the traveling area.
Yeah. I think I'm a master of marketing, bro.
Yeah.
Like in personal branding, bro. Like I literally every single thing that I've done so far, I found a way to incorporate LOA within it. Because it's like if I'm gonna work for anybody and I know I'm trying to build something for myself, I gotta think about myself on all spectrums. I'm gonna definitely give the client what they need, but in all my situations of working with brands, I always thought about how am I benefiting maximally from this.
And it's major brands though.
Major
So
brands.
for example, you did like work for Jeep, Disney, and on those things, you were in LOA. Which is like
those Marriott Bonvoy joints where I got LOA.
Marriott, all of them, and they're taking you places. Taking you places. Like castle. How do you say that? Castle. Like LOA. Stuff like that. What is the most I said unbelievable or unreal place you've been in?
Most unreal? Probably that castle, bro. Like, bro, that shit, it showed me like people really live like this, bro. I mean, you know people live like that.
Back in the days.
It's more so the type of living that they're doing. Because I think from an American perspective, we like to look at the celebrities as the ones with all the money and they live in lavish and stuff like that. That lady house, that's her house. She lives there.
Where was this?
In Ireland.
Okay.
That's her home.
No way.
She lives in a castle with the largest lake.
Crazy.
The largest privately owned lake in all.
Oh, she owns it?
Yeah, she owns it.
Damn, dude.
Largest privately owned lake. But it's like, I see different visions of like where I could take my life. Like I'm getting the experience different. Like I like content, but at the end of the day, man, one day I plan on like finding a castle somewhere and just like fuck it, say fuck the internet, bro. It's like I can live with a castle.
Disconnect to it, dude.
Like,
but again, going back to like the brand and the marketing strategy that you use, I think it was genius, dude. Because you were killing I think more than two birds with one stone. You were creating content for your brand. You were creating content for the hotels, locations, whatever you were at. You were enjoying yourself. You were learning from different cultures. You were building experience, making friendships, collaborating with people.
Crazy part too, because
you know?
I built my creative. Bro, I'm great at what I do now because I got to literally learn as I go to the most extreme. When I did creative direction for Disney, I ain't never been no creative director before. They didn't know that though. They looking at my content like
that's what I'm saying though. I'm
on a call with like non-producers. Like, oh yeah, he's great. He's been doing this for years. A little bit. They like he's worked with a lot of great companies.
You have, but indirectly. You have, but indirectly.
Yeah,
you know?
I have, but it was just like, this is my first time creating. It took like 3 calls for me to realize what I was only even in the call for.
That's crazy, dude.
I really didn't know what they hit me up for.
Damn.
But it was just like, they saw something in my content. I want to say one thing before, just so I can remember this, bro. What we was talking about earlier about like being so convicted in what you're doing that you gotta just ignore others. Because I'm at the point where I'm talking now, I'm sharing more of my views, but it's not that I never wanted to share my perspectives or like talk. It was just more so like, I really enjoy art. I really enjoy filmmaking and photography. So I wanted that to speak the most rather than me speaking. And I wanted people to pay attention to that. So I feel like now that I'm actually gonna get on social media and talk more, we have to turn the cameras off, so it don't really matter. Nobody gives a fuck. It's just a good conversation.
I want to follow.
Whenever we was talking, yeah, like, oh,
Unsubscribe. Unsubscribe.
Breaks in their video. Like,
come on, man. Come on, man. We're living the life.
Bro, and I'm gonna do this internet shit and be out here, bro. I'm releasing my brain from all that shit, bro. Like, if the camera got a noise in it, I'm sorry. I'm gonna leave it.
Well, same thing that happened in what is it called, Brooklyn? Remember?
Yeah.
We were shooting for this hotel, Moxie Hotel. What happened? The SD card formatted or what?
Bro, the SD card literally just stopped working completely, bro.
And we were done with the shoot.
We were
done with the shoot. Yeah.
I was ticked, bro. She was like,
yeah,
just go film it again.
Fuck it. It took us 10 minutes. It took us 10 minutes.
It did take us 10 minutes.
So let's do it again, you know. And it's and that's the thing, dude. Like, finding a solution. Put all your energy in the solution instead of the negative.
Yeah.
You know, like, don't focus on the negative. Fuck it. Whatever happened. Put all your energy in the solution.
Yeah.
What can we do?
I do have a question now, though. Well, I want to get some more of your perspective. So now that you got to like experience in fullness what I've been up to, like, because one thing I always want to say to you, bro, is like, I'm super grateful that you're a part of everything I'm doing. Because like, it's a vision, and it's like most people can't see a vision that's in somebody else's mind.
They want that fucking, how do you say that?
Instant gratification.
Exactly, dude.
You to dedicate your time to like be a part of what I initially start building on my own, bro. It's like,
yeah,
bro, I'm so grateful to you. So it's just like, from your perspective, how do you take everything you've seen I've been up to so far now that you got the experience? Like,
man, I saw that is a job and it takes work. Yes, you're having fun, but you gotta be on it. I thought it was more like, oh, you know, I'm getting this raw moment, but you're like, I saw you and Harmony, they were like, camera out, boom, 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 record, thinking about what we're gonna shoot, like shooting everything, you know. And the way you live is, you're enjoying it, but like you said, people can get caught on the status of it without focusing on the business side of it, you know. And you are doing both. I think you're focusing on the business side, which is something that I appreciate, and then you don't get caught on like flexing, you know. But a lot of people, they feel like they're living the life, like, oh, look at me, blah, blah, blah. You still keep humble, or you've been in like places that like, fuck, nobody has. And you still come here and like, I remember like this a lot about you, because I forgot what it was. I think we were gonna have dinner in a fancy ass restaurant, and you were like, man, I'm still craving my PB&J.
Oh,
I wish I was home eating my PB&J.
I promise you, bro, I really feel like I live like backwards, bro. Because like,
What do you mean by that?
Like, God gave me so many blessings, bro. When I started all this stuff, what I would assume, like, I know content creators that's been working for like 10 plus years that haven't had opportunities like I've had. And I don't say that to say like it's a competition in the sense of you got this, I got that. It's just more so I know everybody that's making content wants to work with brands. They say it. So it's like, for me to have gotten those experiences so early on, within like the first year of content creating, it was amazing. But
facts, man. You were like blessed.
Yeah, bro. I was grateful. Like, bro, I went to 11 countries of marriage.
That's crazy,
for free. Plus they paid me.
That's
so it's just
crazy.
like I got to really get an experience of what all this stuff is, and like get treated in a sense of
celebrity,
and also
yes,
like, feel what that energy feels like.
Yes.
And it's cool, but bro, that shit don't fucking matter. Bro.
Yes.
It's like I'm appreciative of all of it, but it's like the deeper reason behind why I'm doing the things I'm doing means so much more to me than like the fanciness of things. So it was like, as I began to eat fancy every day, like I'm talking about like eating the most grandiose of meals, bro. And now literally my meal prep is coconut rice, plantains, and ground meat with veggies and peppers and stuff. Cause I already ate the craziest sushi, Michelin stars, the fanciest.
And that's cool experiences. I mean, this not for you to sound ungrateful at all. Like, you're grateful for all this stuff.
It just really showed me what really matters.
Life is simple. Life is simple.
Yeah, life is simple.
It's simple. Yeah.
We need all of that stuff. and I got to experience it for free,
Mm-hmm.
which made me focus on my feelings to people. Because I'm in penthouses and stuff, like in Mexico City. I'm in the largest suites in Maui,
Mm-hmm.
and all I'm thinking about is my family.
Mm-hmm.
Man, one point I was in, I was in Paris crying.
Damn.
FaceTime with my daughter at 3 a.m.
Damn.
because I missed her.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
in Paris. For
Yeah,
free,
dude.
in a
And you would
penthouse.
rather be
Now,
in the park with her.
yeah, bro. It's
You
like,
know?
but I think about what that is building, because like I think I had to like tell my family, like, what y'all see is me building something. I'm building a production company. I'm building a personal brand of who I am. I'm building all these things. So like, I still have emotions. I remember one time I called my mom. I was like, man, I'm feeling lonely. I just want to talk to you. Because it was like, I've been away from my family for years.
Facts,
like,
man.
I'm traveling the world by myself, which is an amazing thing, and I'm highly grateful for it. But it was like, I felt close because I feel like I can go anywhere and feel love from others because I'm just an open person. But
Yeah.
it's not the same as people I came up with.
I think humans, we have that sense of belonging. We need to belong somewhere. And since you were in yourself, I guess, not even practicing directly solitude, but we have to like, we cannot be, you're not meant to be alone, that
Bro, like,
kills
when
us.
I went home last year, bro, and just to hug my mom and hug my grandma, and like, those the people that I'm doing all this shit for. Like, of course I'm doing it for myself.
Bro.
I want nice things, of course, but what I think about a lot is buying my mom a home with the stuff I'm building.
Yes.
Buying her a car, remodeling my grandma's home with the stuff I'm doing. So it's like, when I went home, it was cool because I got the perception, like, they cool, like having all these visions of what I want to do. It's great. It drives me. But it's like I gained a new sense of drive because like when I went home after putting myself in this extreme level of solitude, I'm talking about breaking up with people I love just to pursue these things, and like realizing I don't have to live in that mental state and think that I can't have my cake and eat it too. I feel like you can. Like, you don't got to cut off the world for you to achieve anything. You just got to surround yourself with people that are like-minded and get yourself to a point of like you understanding what's important. Because you can watch thousands of podcasts that'll tell you different perspectives, but it's like I don't really care what other people think no more, bro. I want to live life and experience things on my own, right? I think that was something that used to make me not want to talk much. It's because it was like I don't want to force an opinion on somebody else. Because like anything I say, bro, you can take it with a grain of salt, and that's cool with me. I'm going to live by it. You don't have to. So I think that was something that used to deter me from talking, but now it's like I'm more open to it because I understand some people might want to hear my perspective.
Yeah, but you're also open to change.
I'm open
You
to
also
change,
like,
for sure.
I said this 2 years ago, but now like my mind is different. And if you wanna like look at my clip from 2 years ago and think that I said something, that's not me. That's no longer like myself.
I
People
might say
understand
something
that.
today that I might take.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it. Like we all changing.
I'll
We
never
always
take
changing.
back it. I'll always stand on what I say. I try to be very cognitive of what I say, to where it's like to the point where if I say it, I meant it. It's not me just talking from emotion. So I think that's a part of it. Like I speak from emotion in a passionate way, but from a genuine, I'm trying to say something that I truly believe rather than just like talking off of anger or like you said, flexing. I think that's when people say stuff that they want to take back later.
Yeah.
They're speaking from levels of mind that aren't pure. Because I feel like I think it turned off again, but it's all good. We still got that.
Let me double check if mine is running though.
Yeah.
I don't have the fucking. Yeah, we good. I'm at 19%.
Cool.
Perfect. Keep running.
But yeah, I think like when you speaking from that, I think that's what made me get to the point of not caring about speaking no more, because I'm not afraid of what nobody else can say to me, because I've grounded myself enough through my journey of believing in myself and my mission in this world of like whatever comes out my mouth is I'm okay with.
That's what it sucks about like people, I guess, talking shit of your thoughts, because you can become less vocal. Knowing that you have a lot of like things to say.
For sure. And
but
I've had people like say shit to me, bro, that I will never blame another person for a mental state that I hold within my own self. But I let people's projections of insecurities affect me and the things they've said to me. But I had to like learn this, like, you gotta ignore that shit. Like, you really can't give a fuck what people say, bro. And I mean that in the most like positive way. Like, I love everybody and I respect people's opinion, but at the end of the day, my opinion outweighs anything that should be for everybody. It has to be that way. Because when you get taken in the storm, it's like you do this and now somebody say this, you watch a podcast, now you don't want to, you switching up, and it's just too much switching. At some point you gotta, this is how I think, this is how I'm moving.
Focus on.
And that's definitely something I had to cultivate within this journey. Because like what we talked about, like people want me to speak, but I got a lot of opportunities by not talking much and just showing my creative side. So it's like, I'm not going to diminish my creativity just because you're thinking that I need to do this because you want me to do it. Like, I see your point. I see your perspective. I just see a lot of people winning, doing the things that they do, but everybody's path ain't the same. So, like, I don't know. For me, I have to do things that, like, I love being uncomfortable and getting myself to do more things, but at the end of the day, I got to do it from a standpoint that intuitively feels right. And so when people do tell me to talk more, look what I'm doing. I'm talking more. I'm doing it how I wanted to do it with a homie.
Come on,
In
man.
a comfortable
Here we
setting,
are.
rather than thinking
$20,000 penthouse.
rather than thinking I gotta, hey guys, this is Christopher.
Yeah,
like, I don't
dude.
want to do that type.
That's the
bruh.
thing, though. That's the thing. I agree with you. You know, people. I'm in the same boat with you. Like people tell me, oh, you should be more in front of the camera. You should be more in the front of the camera. And it's like, I don't want to. You know, I want to, like you said, when I want, like right now, be with my homie. Yeah, I don't want to be like, oh guys, here's like 5 tips how to make money. Here's like 5 tips. Everybody's doing that shit, and it's just like they're just recycling stuff. That's not me. You can go and take a look at those. You know? And now we can just talk about like whatever you want. People might, hopefully, people, and even if they don't, that's not up to us. But they take something out of this video, you know.
For sure, bro. I think that's what got me to where I'm at now, bro. I'm 100% confident in giving my opinion, because I swear to you, bro, a lot of times I saw so many opinions that was just wild on the internet from podcasting and shit and having the dope podcast setup that it made me like, because I'd watch that shit. Like they come on with the like 10 reasons why your social media isn't growing, 10 reasons, and it's like, and you look like you know what you're talking about. Let me watch it. Then I watch it, and they speaking some shit that's very limiting, and I don't agree with it.
Yeah,
So it's
exactly.
like, oh shit, like I don't want to be doing that to people. So it made me get into a box of like, I don't really want to be out here giving my opinion, and it's not right for that person. But I truly believe that if you're speaking from a place of conviction and just pureness, and you're not trying to like be boastful in no way, you're just speaking, that the right people will resonate with it. And that's where I'm at with it now. It's like, no matter what I say, I'm comfortable, bro, and I'll never take none of it back, because I only speak from a place of genuineness and hoping to inspire somebody, or hoping to get somebody to understand how I'm thinking. So it's like, even when I say I don't give a fuck a lot, I use that terminology for a reason, bro. Because if I sit around like, oh, I don't care, you care. Say that shit and mean it, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck what people think about my process. You have to think that deep with it.
You shouldn't, because I know that everybody's in their own lane. Like it's up to you how your family lives. You know, it's up to you how what experiences you give them. Because yeah, I agree with you. Right? I don't give a shit what people think and say.
He was talking about not giving a shit, bro. Let's keep that conversation going.
Yeah.
This is our 5th time changing the battery, but it's all
It's our
good.
first time doing it too.
The conversation will keep rolling.
We're supposed to have our friends,
Yeah.
business partners, everyone, homies, everything. Jeff and Oscar help us, but they're busy. You know, they're.
We good, man. We can keep the pot.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
We can make this happen all the time.
Yeah.
Just get on that train, bro. Come pull up on me in LA. I'll pull up on you in San Diego.
Fuck yeah, the studio and the love. You guys gotta check it out.
That's one thing I got through my mind recently, bro. Like, if I'm doing something, that's what I did with my content to grow all this shit.
Momentum.
I only was thinking from such a pure state, bro, of like, I'm putting fire into this world, a representation of my community. Like, I'm putting movie scene type shit out to the world. So when I was rested in that, bro, the process was easy, because it was like I never was like doing it for no other type of reason other than what I was doing it for. You know if it's still recording?
Yeah.
You can't see the screen. But yeah, man, just moving from that sense of conviction, bro, like makes me like, it wasn't recording?
Now you're saying that
Yeah, I think I was just saying, like, just moving with that type of conviction. That's why I get to the point of saying, like, I don't give a fuck what people think. But I think as an artist, you really just shouldn't, bro. Like, you should care. You should be appreciative of what people think, but never give a fuck, bro. Because that giving a fuck diminishes your own creative, like, output, you know?
Correct. Well, what was name?
I think you should consider perspectives of what people want. But to me, bro, art is self-expression. How can I self-express if I'm constantly thinking about an algorithm and what other people are thinking and shit?
Correct.
Because that's not what got me here, is by caring about that. It came from a place of like doing what Chris liked doing.
Your style.
Yeah, so but I do appreciate learning the side of
And feedback.
thinking about other people, because I do listen to other people, because
Mhm.
I go from two levels of my thinking process
Yes.
when I'm being creative. I think from the perspective of expressing what Chris wants to do, but I also can make content where I do think about what other people think. That don't mean I care about what they think. I'm just gonna take into consideration that I think y'all like these type of things, so I can do that too. But it always, the place of groundedness gonna always be in, I don't give a fuck what y'all thinking. I'm gonna do what I want, because
That's
it
fact.
has to, bro.
That's fuck, man. It's gonna like remind me to the thing that Rick Rubin said one time. He said, "The audience comes last." You know, in order for you to like be, in order for you to respect the audience has to come last. Meaning, even if they don't like it, it doesn't matter because even that it's for them, you got that for yourself.
For
In
sure,
order for you
bro.
to keep
Bro,
having your style.
you will be out here on an emotional roller coaster if you let yourself get too taken up. Like, if you do something from a place of pure enjoyment of the process, and you had fun in making that edit, and then you post it, it took you 7 hours to make, and you finally posted it, and it get 2 likes, and maybe, let's say it get 100 likes and 2 comments. It's idiotic and insane to me to think that I'm supposed to sit here and think, oh, my stuff is no good because this app just gave me this and only 2 people commented. Like, that's wild to me, bro. And I showed you today, I got a video, the same exact video, posted in the same way, 500,000 on TikTok, 3,000 on Instagram.
Crazy.
That proves that it's not my stuff, bro. It's nobody's stuff. Everything is worth being seen. It's just a lottery sometimes. Maybe sometimes something can be edited to make it catch quicker. But at the end of the day, bro, you gotta have conviction that everything you're doing is the most fire thing that you're doing.
Detach from it.
Yeah, you gotta detach from it, but at the same time, you gotta love it.
Hell yeah.
Because I think, like, for me, from my perspective of life, like, love is detachment. It's like you could let something be, and you could always keep that sense of like love for it, despite what the outside puts on it. What the within is the only part that mattered. Like, when I made it, I put it out how I wanted it. I did what I wanted, and I'm gonna talk about it and release it to the world in the way I want, and just leave it at that, bro. But it's like, if I can kind of piggyback to what you asked me earlier, having that type of conviction and thought process kept me driven through this journey, because things take time, but it also keeps me sane within all of this shit and doing what I like. Because as many times as people want me to do different things, it's like, how can we not look at the fact that I've been doing a great job at the same time too? It's like, sometimes I feel like people will forget that part.
Yes.
They'll just kind of focus on what they think you should do more of, rather than like, you know me based off what I was doing
Yeah. Yes.
the whole time. So how are you gonna like,
Yeah.
just, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing with people in social media nowadays. I mean, I don't even. It's just every. They just
Be
wanna like
authentic.
that, but everybody thinks that they need to talk everything out, and it's just
Yeah.
like they, like, yes, your opinion matters, but it's like, yo, like sometimes you just gotta keep it for yourself.
For
You
sure,
never
bro.
know.
It's like, I don't know, man. I'm really living in a state of like, I just gotta do what I want to do, bro, and it just gotta be that. And I gotta move how I want to move.
Correct.
And I'm willing to take any and all consequences for the way I choose to live my life. Because if I be on this emotional roller coaster, going from this person opinion, this person thought construct, to this person, man, that should have just have you on a path of
It's gonna
just
slow
like,
you down. It's gonna slow you
you
down.
gotta find a place of groundedness where you just listen to what you have going on in your brain. You gotta trust that shit. That's the whole point of me creating the brand law of attraction.
Yes.
Because that's what that means to me. Like, law of attraction is attracting. If I think I'm gonna do this way, then I'm gonna attract it, because I'm on that one track. But if I keep listening to this guy and this guy and this guy, that's what I'm gonna attract. That's fucking up the attraction. Attraction is a one lane thing. To go right, you go right. Not, oh, let me go left. Okay, let me go up. Like, you gotta stay on that track of where you're going. And that's like what motivated me towards like creating law of attraction, the brand. And I've been using law of attraction to curate my whole existence since I learned the philosophy. Like,
Facts.
I'm only
You're the
thinking
perfect
about
example. You're the perfect example
I'm only
of it,
thinking
and you
about
are.
what I want. I'm only focusing on what I want. I'm only giving energy to what I want, and I'm attracting it. Like, I'm manifesting it in real time, and I'm seeing it work. So it's
And
like,
you make it work. It works all the time. That's crazy.
man.
Sometimes it's scary, but it's crazy how it works.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing, bro, because you get to like see that you have control over your life, bro. We just don't get taught to view it like that. We get taught that like we're the effect of things. Like, we have to look at life from this is the effect of what's going on. I look at it like it's opposite. I'm the cause from how I'm thinking about my life. Like I can sit here and think like in the next 2 months or 6 months, man, I nobody probably won't want to work with me no more, man. Like Saints World, like, oh, well, shit's not going. No, bro, I'm gonna think, man, this shit turning up, bro. Like, things are getting heavy. Like it's about to go up. It's all about a switch of focus. What do you want to attract in your life? How are you viewing what's going on in your life? What's your perception of what's really going on in your life? Like stop and start to analyze that. Because if you want to live by law of attraction, attract it by having the perception of it. That's how you attract it. And don't look to the outside as the thing to drive how you think about what's going on. Like, bro, I remember I was losing followers for the last year. I went from 293 before I took the trip to Costa Rica with y'all. I was at 291. I posted one video. I really wasn't growing that much. I gained like 2,000 followers, so now I'm back at like 292 from one post. But it was like the brain the whole time, it could think like, oh man, are things slowing down? You're losing followers. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna have 1 million on that joint one day. That's how I look at it. So why should I care about these little incremental moments of the world showing me something different? But I love those moments because I feel like that's what strengthens your faith and stuff. Because like you can look at what the world is doing and not give a fuck. Just like I'm gonna live happily in my imagination.
It's out of your control. You don't have control of that, but you gotta focus on whatever you have control of. You know.
Sure.
Which is the
only thing I control is my imagination.
Oh yeah, dude. No, it is.
Thinking greatly, bro. We gotta live in this shit for the rest of our life. I might as well think.
It is.
Great things.
And what are your thoughts on like the fake until you make it strategy? I guess.
I faked it till I made it. I wasn't getting paid to travel for free.
I agree.
But I made content like I was getting paid.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not really faking it. It's more so it's manifesting, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's more manifesting.
Whatever you want, bro.
Yeah, it's manifesting like because you have to get where you want to be. You have to like play the role of the people that you're gonna become. You have to change your habits. You gotta like change everything that you will take you there. You know, well, I forgot his name. This guy is Jordan Peterson. I think his name. He said, "I have no problem with the fake it until you make it strategy or like ideology, philosophy. The problem is when you fake it and you don't make it. You know, everything.
If you don't make it, it's your fault.
That's what I'm saying. That's the problem. You know, there's nothing wrong with fake until you make it because you're trying to get there. You gotta like play the role. You gotta like exactly.
Why are you thinking that way?
Yeah, no, it is, dude. It is, dude. Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just a different levels of like. I feel like it's a different level how you got to get your mind to work if you really want to achieve something that you're creating. You can't allow anything to fuck up your vision, yo. Your vision got to be the most important thing in your existence.
Hell yeah.
How you think towards your process is the most important thing, and you got to be like a guard dog to that shit. Like a fucking dog that's angry, like the shirt that you made. I made that for a reason. That's how I'm feeling in life, bro. I'm ramped up, bro. Like I'm gonna fight. I'm not even gonna fight, bro. I'm not gonna fight for my thought process no more. It's just more so. This is how I think.
You're gonna defend.
I'm not even defending that shit no more, bro. This is how I think, and that's it.
Okay,
like, I'm not defending it. Defending is because I don't
protecting. There's something there though, in the positive way. I know what you're saying.
Let me look for it.
And yes, I know what you're saying. You cannot ignore it though.
Yeah, I think it's at a point now, bro, where I'm so convicted in how I think that like I don't even care to try to force it on others.
Correct.
Or change their opinion.
Yes.
Or get them to see what I mean. It's more so like, oh, I think I could do whatever I want. I think I could do this. Well, what about this? And okay, I see your perspective. And then I'm not going to indulge in that conversation.
Yes.
Once I feel a little bit of like, oh, you don't get it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll exit. But I respect your opinion.
Yeah, there's no reason for you to like.
Yeah, I respect your opinion. I used to want to defend it. Like, oh, nah, man, trust me, man, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. And
then I'm still getting pushback. And now I go home and now I'm resonating on the bullshit that somebody tried to put into my brain. Like, bro, when I left the military, there's people, you're going to be begging to join the Air Force again.
Fuck no.
Imagine if I resonated on that thought process. I just looked at him like, okay.
Hell no.
You scared to go chase your
it's funny that you mentioned that because same thing when I quit my job on Ralph's. I hated it, bro. And I had not a beef, but I hated not hate. I don't have hate for nobody. But the director of the store, when I quit, he said the same shit. I'll see you in 2 weeks. I'll see you back in 2 weeks.
Fucked up, bro.
And I was like,
that to say to
watch
somebody?
me. I know for real. I was like, watch me.
You know what I learned about life? Like we said, this shit is a fucking game. Boy, that shit fired me up, boys. It's sometimes I want people to talk about me, bro. I miss it. I miss the moments when I wasn't in the shape I'm in now, and I had homies, bro, people that supposed to be, and I feel like they ain't mean no maliciousness by it probably, but people have told me like, you'll never do this, you'll never. I remember when I worked at Zaxby's when I was a kid, dude was like, you'll never make as much money as me. All right, bro, I'm making more money than you make, making videos on TikTok. It's just like I had homies that say something like, your body'll never be better than mine. All right, like I'm learning how to really transmute shit I didn't used to like or ways people used to treat me because I ain't that type of person and to say stuff like that. Boy, that shit a catalyst.
The fact that people can do it and say it.
Yeah, I like it.
Like you said, I would never see somebody like.
Yeah, so he used to fuck with me because I'm not that type of person. It's like you tell me you about to quit Ralph's to go do something.
Yeah, that's the only time in my life that has happened, you know, and that I'm blessed now that my friends, everybody has believed in me so far. That's the only time that happens to me. I'm like, fuck you, they don't watch
Facts,
me.
bro.
I don't even think about him, honestly. That was just like that day. That was it.
Like, all right, brother.
That was it. Other than that, I wasn't like, oh, doing it because of that. And fuck that. I have bigger things to do it for, like my family.
Use it as catalyst, man. I think it's a catalyst, bro. I like it. It's like a challenge now. Cause it's like, damn, you don't even think I could do this, man. All right, let me show you.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm learning to love that because it's a sense of like empowerment. Like I'm already learning to prove myself wrong and overcome my own doubts. So to hear it from an outside source, it's not that it's needed, but I love it because it's like, man, damn, bro, you gonna wish you ain't say that when you see me in 2-3 years. You gonna be like on my ass trying to be all buddy.
Yeah. And it has happened. You experienced it. You told me that it's funny how like when you're like traveling and like doing good in social media, like people hit you up. Hey, where you at? How you doing? It's been a minute. Blah 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 blah.
That's what I'm saying. Like I like the fact that I got to learn and see how the world can be when you get some type of like what they might perceive as like
celebrity status.
Yeah, to me, man, when shit start popping off, bro, I was feeling like, duh, in my brain, like I expected it to happen, bro, because I was working towards this thing.
Yeah.
And when other people see it, they kind of like a jump on you, and then you can kind of get you to a point of like, you start. I think, bro, one of the most important things I learned from this journey is to never get caught up in that. No matter what our ambition is with what we doing, bro, never get caught up in the. I appreciate people so much. If it wasn't for people, I wouldn't be where I'm at. People engaging. But you gotta hold that with a long stick. You gotta say thank you, and you gotta keep moving because the brain is a habitual thing. It wants to learn. It forms habits. So it's like if you get too used to people saying this to you and saying that to you, and that moment comes where things slow down a bit, and it's not happening, you can start feeling weird. Like, oh, where is it? So you gotta find that place of just being at peace, regardless if things are viral or if things aren't viral. At the end of the day, you need to just be happy to exist, in my opinion, because you get too caught up in that world, bro, of like accolades and like approbation from all these outside sources rather than it being like completely within yourself, bro. That'll fuck you over. Like what? Because that's I stopped traveling, bro. Like it's funny, but it was like something in my brain went, relax, like ground yourself and why you're doing this. Because I have to be in that mode. Cause I'm like, bro, I'm not around my kid. I don't got a girlfriend right now. Like I'm really working hard on my businesses. My business is my girlfriend. It's like, bro, if you putting yourself through all of this, you gotta be in it 100% for the right reasons at all times. Don't get caught up in the outside noise, bro. Because that outside noise, it's like the Drake song. That shit, fake love. Like it's love for now. Because people are, bro, basketball players, NBA players, like celebrities following me. Next thing you know, I'm like, oh shit, celebrities following me. That's cool. Let me connect. They don't follow you, bro. You ain't viral no more. It's like, okay, I see how it goes. Just stay in my little circle. Funny.
It's a game.
It's a game, bro. Just stay in my little circle, boy. I'm not a clout chasing type person. Just because you got a little moment of popping off, I still don't give a fuck, bro. I'm gonna stay in my own little world.
I think we all have like interact with celebrities to the point that it's like you're a human.
They humans.
You're
bro.
a human.
They're
both
humans,
are not the same people, of course, but it's like you're a human.
Facts, bro.
So it's it's different, you know. I mean, like I said, I don't want to like think like I'm grateful for that. Same as you, I'm grateful for like the fact that all the opportunities and like people I get to work with and like be in the kind of rooms that I've been on.
For sure.
But definitely always like keep your focus. You know, don't get distracted or like try and seek validation from other people and
you
stuff.
And your validation has to come strictly from you, and most importantly, whatever you believe in that created you, bro, you got to know that you are enough at all times, bro. And like the more that you convict yourself in that, everything else just not bothers you, bro, because you're not looking at the world as like not being on your side. You got to trust that things are working. Like it.
Yes.
that vision got to be so vivid that you don't even give a fuck about what's going on. Like, yeah, I got 200 views. I see 200 million one day. Why not think that? Why not think that of yourself? It's our mind.
Everything's
Why
temporary.
not think greatly? Like, I mean that so much, bro. Like, when that started clicking in my brain, like, I'm like, bro, I got the ability to think about whatever I want. Why am I gonna sit in despair, bro? That don't make sense to me. I'm already seeing the world like be slow in manifesting what I want. So if it's gonna be slow and give it to me at a certain pace, or I don't know, I can't control certain things, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna sleep beautifully because I'm thinking amazing shit, bro.
Yes.
Despite what's going on today. So it's just like that's my sentiment,
Rest in
bro.
peace.
That's what. Yeah, I rest in peace, bro.
Well,
But,
not like that, buddy. not like rip.
dead shit.
R.I.P.
We ain't dying. But I do want to ask
Yeah.
you, man, just to kind of go back to the branding, because I feel like we probably coming up on close to an hour.
We getting hungry. We getting hungry.
Oh yeah, I know you hungry, bro. As far as like the trip to Costa Rica, all the things we experienced, the vision that we had to execute, we executed it beautifully, bro. We made a lot of content. We made great stuff for the brands. We made great stuff for LOA. How do you feel about Law of Attraction, the brand, and what does it mean to you now that you got to see firsthand how me following this philosophy and trusting it created these things?
When I first reached out to you to like kind of like work with you. Remember when I reached out to you to shoot at handles, and then I didn't understand it. I was doing it more for like the fashion way because I fuck with the brand. I was like, dude, the style and the clothes is fucking sick, without knowing what the philosophy meant, right? And without knowing that I've been living it my whole life too, you know. It's like, oh shit, actually that makes sense. So when I met you and I understand like what Law of Attraction meant, I kind of like look at my life backwards, like you said, like, oh shit, now it makes sense what I was here. Now it makes sense what I should for this. Now it makes sense what I did this. And it's just like, it's crazy how life works. Like I said, it can be scary because it's like, what the fuck, it happened just how I envisioned it.
Yeah.
In the different ways, not how I wanted to, but it happened.
For sure.
You know. So it's good. I think it's a good philosophy. I think everybody should. It's a positive philosophy that everybody should be following.
And it's just a philosophy, bro. Like I don't see it as no religion. It's science to me, bro. Life shows you that that's a fact. Life shows you that life is evolution. Life shows you that things of the like nature attract. It's like, so our thought processes and how we move, it's like when you really break it down to all of the basics, it's like Law of Attraction is a science. I feel like Law of Attraction is the same as gravity to my brain now. Like, if I throw this phone in the air, it's gonna fall to the ground. If I think in this direction only, bro, I don't care how many years it take or months or days, I'm only gonna think about what I want. And I know it's coming. Like, I've seen it work. I've seen it happen. I've seen it before I knew what Law of Attraction was. When I was a kid, I used to get on my mom's computer constantly after I get out of school, look at the Air Force, be like, oh, that's gonna be me. Like, and I only thought about that. I only looked at Mercedes and BMWs, so like, in getting out of my Air Force Blues. I did both cars, you know, but that's all I focused on. Right now, all I'm focusing on is building this brand into the most incredible, inspirational, and influential brand that I can possibly conceive of, bro. And study the greats and become greater. That's all I think about now, bro. So it's like, what has to happen? Because I ain't about to stop thinking this. Like, it's never
gonna happen. It's gonna happen, dude. It's gonna be happening.
It has no choice, bro. I'm not stopping this thought process.
Genuine ways can happen, the most funny ways and the most like unbelievable ways.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen, you know. And I believe in it, and that's
just focus on that vision, man.
Yeah.
But I think like with this trip, bro, it's just a beautiful thing because I feel like all of us, we had moments of paying attention to that. Like when we was at these dinners, we would sit back and kind of just, especially Harmony, he'd be like, God damn, bro, this shit, is this normal life now? But it's like at the same time, I want to always keep myself in a state of not thinking that it's normal because that keeps the bliss of it.
Yes.
It's like, man, this ain't normal, bro.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah, I agree with you. No, I agree with you. It's not normal and stuff. People can get caught on the normal thing because it's not. It's not normal at all.
It's a blessing, bro, for sure.
Fuck, man. We saw it when we were at Oxygen. We were like the younger people there. There were like people that were like 60, 70, and they're like, they barely got to make it to Costa Rica
sure,
after they worked so hard.
Yeah, they worked hard.
And after they went to school and everything, which is great. I mean, that's not different times. You know, we got lucky that we were born in these times. You know, like photography and content were not making as much back then. So it's funny that we're blessed to be there, bro. And
That's why
definitely
I think
you
it's
said.
like such a cool thing to be able to like. I feel like I live life backwards, bro. I've experienced the luxuries and the nice cars and this and that, and it's like at the end of the day, I'm still human. There's things beyond that that matter, and experiencing it, especially free, was
Facts.
amazing because I got to
Facts,
experience it.
Facts, man.
Like I put in some hard work to get there, but it was like
Yes, you have put that
like
work.
a
Yeah.
lot of people when you go do these things, it's like you working a 9 to 5. I wasn't working a 9 to 5, and I got to experience it. So it just really made me convicted and like seeing the beauty of simplicity in life, and also like understanding that like, bro, this money shit is a different thing, bro. It's like that don't bring you happiness. It can increase happiness, but it's definitely not a source of happiness. Happiness is an inside project. Like you can really that's what those experiences taught me, bro. Like it's an inside job, you know? Like because I'm in luxury and stuff, but there's still things I'm thinking about. There's still things that I'm not like completely at peace with that I gotta figure out. And through that time of living in complete luxury for literally 2 years straight in different hotels, different shit, getting flown out, it was like nice. I'm seeing things from a whole different perspective. Because there's many interviews of people with wealth that you can see that extremely wealthy, they depressed, killing themselves. It's like, what did y'all miss that I need to pay attention to within myself so that I don't get to that point of like thinking that money. But what about family? What about friends? What about this? And it's like, I think that situation that I got to experience completely grounded me in understanding what life really matters, you know, what in life really matters. So this is a very incredible thing. But
yeah, and it's just just knowing that it's like you say it's unique, it's incredible, and it's happening to everybody. Well, not it can happen to anybody. Anybody can have the same thing, you know. Like you said, it sucks that people are going through it, like because life is hard, you know. But it's like it's all in your mind, man.
yeah, it's all in your
all
mind. It's hard, but it's fun, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's supposed to be hard. You play video games like Grand Theft Auto, that shit be hard sometimes.
Yes.
But when you beat that level, you feel like the man. That's how I feel towards everything I'm doing now. Like
challenging.
Bro,
growing.
I'm telling you, bro. Like I be telling my mother that like when I'm scuba diving, bro, it taught me how to control my imagination, and how to focus only on what I want. I can let my mind go to all type of shit when I'm scuba diving. The mask coming off, a shark eating me. Like I think about looking at the fish, making sure my air levels are good. It's like my brain focus on 4 things. And the more I put myself in situations where I gotta focus in, the more I can train my own imagination on only focusing on what I want, you know? So it's like the mental training that I put myself through in different parts of life helps me keep convicted in this lifestyle that I'm living and staying tunnel vision on the vision of what I feel like we're creating as a brand, bro. And that's what I want to spread with this message of law of attraction, and through our branding and our marketing and stuff like that. Is like, bro, you got so much power within you. You just got to turn that light on and see it and perceive things differently, you know? When you get to that point, bro, the world opened up to you, bro. I've been just extremely blessed to experience the things that I experienced. And it was because I have a unwavering desire to experience it, and God brought these things into my life, and now he's bringing
even more
greater visions into my life, and it's like I'm excited for what we're gonna do, bro. Like we both are like extremely humble but yet like confident men, you know,
and hungry for it.
What we want, bro, is far beyond just material possessions and experiences, bro. We think about doing things for others, and that's what really excites me about this path we're on, because it's like it's never been as bright in my mind as it is now, bro. How I feel about what we're doing. Like I feel extremely grateful. We got a team.
Yes.
We're all like-minded. We all care about what
Creatives,
I feel are the right
artists.
things. We care about our art. Like I'm excited, bro.
Yeah, I know we both feel it. We this close to like pop off.
I feel it, bro. I don't know when that moment gonna be, but bro, it's gonna go dirty, bro. We're gonna have a rain that's gonna go crazy because like my passion is on another level at this point, bro. Like I'm gonna speak how I want to speak. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I'm gonna create how I want to create, and I'm gonna trust that what I'm doing is the right way for me. And I just hope that when I'm speaking and when I'm creating, it inspires people in their way. Not Chris and Saint, whatever he just said is the only, no. The biggest thing I want people to know is trust you more than anything in this world, bro. Trust what's going on in your brain.
Bet on yourself.
Whatever's going on in your brain is facts, bro. You gotta trust that shit. unless you think of some insane shit.
Yeah.
Like hurting
No,
people.
yeah.
But if it's something about
just
vision,
positive
yeah.
regarding your vision, regarding without hurting anybody else.
Exactly, bro. You don't gotta be a snake out in the world. You don't
No.
gotta fuck people over. You don't gotta think that everybody out to get you. You can stay pure. You can stay genuine and still prosper, bro. And I feel like my life is a living testament to that, bro. Because no matter what people do to me, I'ma still stay me, bro. I ain't never changing from being a sweet person. That's just who I fucking am. And I'm not changing that because other people want to be dickheads. Like, I'ma stay myself, bro. And that's the type of things that I've become extremely grounded in through this process, bro. It's like, I'm not changing for nothing, bro. Not even money. I'ma stay me. I'ma stand on that shit. Cause
I agree. There's a way to be, bro. There's a way to be. Be nice. Be kind. As simple as that sounds, be kind with people.
Kind, whatever you think kind
no matter who you are, no matter who you think who you are, you know.
Yeah, bro.
Without feeling entitled. But yeah, I mean, I agree. I agree with everything they say. You know, I feel like you have like a similar mindset. You know, that's what I fuck with you. That's what I join forces when it comes to become partners, business partners. Then you know, so.
I'm excited, man. We got a nice little journey ahead of us, bro. Costa Rica was just the beginning.
The first one, day one.
Like I feel like I got the opportunity to go through all these countries, see what the country's like. You know, I'm coming back to all of these countries.
Yes,
if I visited you once, I'm bringing my friends.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. No, it is. It's
a movie, bro.
It is, and I'm excited to also like, and as always, thanks for the opportunity and for like allowing me to be right next to you.
No doubt.
And it's gonna be, I'm excited to what the future has for us because it's gonna be great, and we're gonna like getting better.
Sure, man.
And we're gonna bring that. Come on, baby.
We're podcasters now. I don't even want to call it a podcast.
It's not. It's talk.
Call this shit genuine conversations.
Talk.
Like, I don't even know what we gonna call it. We just gonna have this joint vibe out.
And the cool thing is that I'm excited to like bring them and see the journey with us. You know, like remember when they did the podcast? It's not a podcast. They talk. They genuine talk. They won and then they.
This is not a podcast. This is two people
having a conversation.
Bro.
Which is the definition of a podcast.
Yeah, like I think a podcast is too that got too many. Yeah. It got too many connotations on it. Like,
but it's still it's just like genuine.
It's just a genuine conversation, bro. I don't got no prompts.
Nah.
We're not out here trying to give you a hook. We're not trying to catch your attention in 30 seconds. I'm not gonna put the caption.
No.
Why you're not succeeding in life.
Yeah. Subscribe, like and subscribe, like.
Yeah, like I'm trying to come at you to get your attention and make you feel all these emotions to watch my video. Bro, I don't want to live in those energies, and I'm not living in that, bro. This is just a simple conversation of two people that are driven and passionate to create something and put something in this world that we both fuck with and that we believe in.
Thanks. We're here to serve.
We're here to serve, man.
Fuck yeah.
I'm here to serve, and I'm here to be lit. I'm here to I'm gonna serve others, but I'm definitely gonna serve myself.
Old milk, all day.
Because, bro, we gotta get this, man.
That's it, ready, my G.
Yes, sir.
Day one, día uno, nailed it.